In the Iron Gates Gorge, where the Danube River cuts through the Carpathian Mountains, 7,000 years ago a series of enigmatic sites formed on the riverbank. Sheltered on all sides by the steep gorge, these people thrived, but then disappeared. 8,000 years later, in 1965, Dragoslav Strajovic, a Serbian archaeologist, decided to excavate in the gorge. It was on a plateau next to a natural whirlpool where the fish gathered that he discovered the site of Lepenski Vir. These people had previously been unknown, but it seemed that they were responsible for some of the earliest monumental sculpture in Europe. The village was made up of 25 trapezoidal houses. All of their doors were facing the river. It was very clear that each house had a very particular layout, and great care had been taken in the geometry of every dwelling. It is thought that each dwelling was made of lean-to sticks, which peaked in a trapezoidal nature to the front of the dwelling. This directly reflects the mountain opposite the site, indicating that the people were directly affected by their environment. Indeed, the trapezoidal shape echoes throughout the site, and at the centre of every house was a hearth. Probably, yes, to keep the place warm, but also it seemed to serve a ritual function, as at the head of each hearth was a sculpture, a fish-like being, quite possibly representing a god from the river, or maybe even perceived ancestors, which were half human, half fish. The fire, the fish, and the geometry were all tied together in certain dwellings where older men had been buried beneath them, echoing the geometry of the house with the layout of their splayed limbs. These repeating patterns led some archaeologists to suggest complicated associations with different parts of the home, symbols which permeated life. To what extent this is true, we cannot know, but